Would the state call its next witness?
Pamela Paige.
Raise your, whoop. Stand up, please, ma'am. The clerk wants to swear you in. Would you raise your right hand to be sworn, please?
Do you solemnly swear and affirm that the testimony that you will give will be the truth and the whole truth, so help you God?
Now have a seat, and I'll ask you to sit up close to that microphone so that you can hear yourself over the PA system when you talk. I'm going to ask you to state your name and then spell your name, please.
My name is Pamela Williams Paige, Pamela Williams -Paige.
Thank you, ma'am. Counsel?
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Paige, what is your profession?
I'm a registered nurse, and I'm a registered nurse.
Registered nurse. How long have you been a nurse?
For 31, almost 32 years.
So your son would be Justice Paige?
Yes.
And your daughter-in-law would be Brooke?
Yes.
So obviously your granddaughter was Ariya?
Yes.
Was Ariya your first granddaughter?
Yes.
Do you know a Rhonda Jewell?
Yes, I know of her.
Do you see her in the courtroom today?
Yes, I see her.
Could you please just point to her and identify what she's wearing?
She looks to be wearing a black jacket and a pinstripe shirt.
Your Honor, she's identified the defendant for the record.
The record will so reflect.
Ms. Paige, let me take you to July 19th of 2023.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell the jury, how did you find out about this incident? Where were you?
I was actually at Walmart, and I got a call on my cell phone from Brooke.
And when you say Walmart, you mean the one here on 5th Street, I think it is? In
6th
McClenny?
Street.
6th Street.
Yeah, 5th
okay.
Street. And 5th Street, and 228 in McClenny.
Okay. Can you describe when you received this phone call from Brooke, your daughter-in-law, how did she sound on the phone?
She sounded frantic and terrified.
Do you remember what she said?
I do. She said, "Get to me, and get to me right now. Ariya's lips are blue."
When you heard that Ariya's lips are blue, what did you do?
I just started running towards my car, and I told her to give her CPR.
So what was going through your mind when you heard Ariya's lips are blue?
I didn't know why her lips were blue. I just knew she needed to give her CPR to try to resuscitate her. So I just started coaching her as I was running to my car through CPR.
Being that you've been a nurse now, you said, for about 31 years, I would imagine as a nurse that you're well trained on how to perform CPR.
Yes.
Did you start giving those instructions to Brooke Paige?
Yes, I did.
Okay. And this is while you're running out of Walmart trying to get to your car?
Yes, to get to her and Ariya.
And very briefly, can you just describe to the jury what is CPR?
CPR is giving a person breaths to breathe for them. And that's all I wanted her to do, was give her breaths.
Okay. Do you get to your car in the parking lot?
I get to my car in the parking lot, and I'm driving and still coaching her through CPR. I'm praying. And I'm just driving, and I drove to her house. I got to her house, and I said, you're not home. Where are you? And she said, I'm in McClenny 2.
What is McClenny 2?
McClenny 2 is a neighborhood in South McClenny, down South 121.
So would it be fair, Ms. Paige, to say that you went straight to your son and daughter-in-law's house and realized they weren't there?
Yes.
And then when you talk to Brooke, she says, I'm in McClenny 2.
Yes.
Do you then go there?
And I drove there, still talking to her on the phone, just trying to get an understanding of what happened, and just driving and trying to talk to her, because she kept saying, please don't die, Ariya, please don't die. And I told her, don't think that way, we just have to pray. I said, just hold on to your faith, we just have to pray, don't think like that. And when I got to the entrance of McClenny 2, I saw the ambulance. I saw the ambulance and a police car, and I pulled to the side of the road, and then I got behind the ambulance and started driving, because I knew that had to be them.
Could you see Ariya at that point?
No, I couldn't see Ariya at that point.
And was the ambulance still at the house, or was it leaving?
It was leaving. The ambulance was on Highway 121 going north.
Going towards Ed Frazier?
Yes.
And did you follow the ambulance?
Yes, I did.
And did you get to Ed Frazier?
Yes.
About the same time the ambulance did?
Yes.
And what did you see when you got there?
I saw the rescue workers taking Ariya out of the ambulance, and they were still doing CPR. And I could see Ariya, she just looked lifeless. And one of the paramedics was crying, so I kind of knew that was a bad sign.
Were you, when you first got there, Ms. Paige, were you or any of the family members allowed to go inside the ER at first?
No.
Were you present when the doctor came out and pronounced that she was deceased?
Yes.
What did you do after that?
I just remember hearing screaming, and I don't really even know if it came from me or if it came from Brooke. And then we were taken to the chapel.
Your Honor, I don't think I have any more questions. Ms. Paige, thank you. I tender the witness.
Mrs. Paige, we're sorry for your loss. Just got a couple of quick questions for you. At the time, in the July of 2023, were you keeping Ariya at any point during the week?
I kept her on Tuesdays and Thursdays sometimes.
Okay. So that was on Tuesdays and Thursdays? Were you scheduled to keep
Yes.
her the following day on Thursday?
I don't know. Sometimes, usually it was just Tuesdays. Sometimes it was Thursdays. It just depended on whether Brooke was off or whether she had a doctor's appointment, because sometimes she would keep her at home. But I can't recall if I was scheduled to keep her the next day.
Ms. Paige, you didn't really know Rhonda Jewell at all, correct?
I knew of her.
Knew of her, that's what I said. You never spoken to her before, right?
I may have in passing at family events.
Was she at a lot of family events?
She was at the ones I was at on Brooke's side of the family.
So when Brooke had a family event, Rhonda Jewell was often there?
When at the ones that I was at.
Yes, ma'am, I understand that. Yes. Ms. Jewell was at the housewarming when you were there as well?
I'm sorry?
Was Ms. Jewell at the housewarming when you were there?
Objection, relevance.
I'm just trying to determine what kind of conduct you have with Rhonda Jewell, Judge.
I'll sustain that. I think she's made the point that it's sustained.
Judge, just a moment. Thank you, Mrs. Paige. I have no other questions on it.
Any redirect of this witness?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Can she be excused?
Subject to recall, Your Honor.
Okay. Ms. Paige, you are excused subject to recall. If they need you, they'll call you back. And at this time, if you'll step down, please, ma'am.